Well, hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Thank you, all you music fans or music lovers, for stopping by here for my countdown today. What this is if you follow the channel at all in 2025, every Saturday I did a review of what I listened to during the week in the albums and CDs, and then I picked out the two I liked the week, and then after a long time, I created myself a little bit of a fiasco. So, we're going to get down to the top 10 today. All right. Last week, we got down to 25 from about 60. Okay. And I'm going to show you what that sheet looked like when the work was done last week. So let me get over there and take a look at it. Okay, there we go. As you can see, there's 60 of them here. This ranking right here is not the final order. What this is, you see these ones that were yellow, they were all in the original top 25, and you see there's spacious things moved around during the video last week. Some of the stipulations that I put on it, that like Pink Floyd could not have two in the top 10 or top 25. Big Sabbath couldn't have two in the top 25. So it is moving around. So after all the moving around and talking about things, this 25 is what I left with. This was not the final 25 ranking. That was done during the week. Okay. And what you're going to see next is a slideshow of the top 10. And then at the end, I will show you another Excel sheet of what the final 25 looked like this week after I got done with it. So let's get this one down here and stop sharing. Let's get ready for this slideshow here. All right, let me get this up. Okay. And then we're going to bring this up. There we go. The top 25 favorite albums of the year that I listened to. Not that were my favorite 25. It's just the ones that I listened to. Having a little bit of an issue right now, but I'll be right with you. All right, just bear with me for just 1 second here. I'm just having a little bit of a problem here. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this countdown from number 10 down. These are the favorites that I listen to. Doesn't mean the albums are better than anybody else or the groups or anybody else. It's just what I felt at the end that I enjoyed or had the most fun with. Okay, so we're going to be doing that now. And here we're going to go. We're going to go to number 10. 10, Who's Next by The Who from 1971. That was their fifth studio album, released in August of 71. And it is widely regarded as one of the greatest rock albums of all time. It is really good. I enjoyed it. I was so glad to get this into my collection. So that was number 10, Who's Next by The Who. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is go down to number 9. Thick as a Brick by Jethro Tull from 1972. Looks like a newspaper. That's just exactly the way the outside cover looks like. This was their fifth studio album by the British rock band Jethro Tull. The album is also contains one continuous piece of music that covers both sides of the album. So it's only one piece and is intended as a parody of the concept album genre. So they were just making fun of the concept albums by doing that. And it's considered by critics to be the first Jethro Tull release to entirely consist of progressive rock music. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I got just all the Jethro Tulls, but they didn't get listened to like this one did this last year. That was the problem I had also. So here we go. Number 8. We are going to be going down to number 8. This one will probably might surprise somebody. And it is The Heart of Saturday Night by Tom Waits, 1974. I just become a Tom Waits fan maybe 6 or 7 years ago in that area, and I really, really, really enjoyed this. It was his second studio album. It received mixed reviews, but one of the positive reviews out of the LA Times, the gentleman says he was more impressed with Waits' touchingly, unashamedly sentimental songs, calling The Heart of Saturday Night perhaps the singer's most mature, ingenious, and fully realized albums. It's really cool. It, it told the story of a guy lost at night in the evenings. I had a little bit of that in my life too at a certain time, but we won't talk about that. But this was number 8, The Heart of Saturday Night by Tom Waits. Great album. Like I said, I picked up a lot of old stuff recently, too. Here we go. Number 7. This one's surprised me this year. Demons and Wizards by Uriah Heep. First of all, why did it surprise me? This is the first thing I've ever picked up by Uriah Heep. I don't know why. I have been missing them, and I really enjoyed this album. This was their 4th album by the English rock band. And my first by them, like I said. The staff writers at Classic Rock Magazine said the album is a mixture of spacey, progressive rock, acoustic theme moments, and hard rock boogie shuffles. All of that combination of hard rock, boogie shuffles, and progressive just hit me really, really good. But still, it only made it to number 7. But Uriah Heep is on my watch list for further additions to the collections. I don't know if I should use collections or not. I was watching a video about that the other day. Here we go. We're going to go down to number 6 now. Another old one. Kansas by Kansas from 1974. This was the debut album by the American progressive band. And I thought it was a very, very nice use that they have progressive rock and boogie rock in there. And it was a nice thing. And it kept me going. And I really, really liked it. And so it made it to number 6. In my countdown this year. Then that's Kansas by Kansas from 1974. The next one surprised me when I got it. Absolutely Live by the Doors from 1970. I've been on this and the whatnot, and I don't know if other people did know about it or not, but I got it at a pretty good price. And it's it was the first live album by the American rock band. And it's a double album that features songs recorded at concerts held in 69 and 70 in several U.S. cities. So it's a combination of those concerts. And this album had songs that I had never heard before by the Doors, which really appealed to me. And the way they played live was really, really cool. And so, that's almost like one of my top Doors albums now. It's probably up there. It would be fighting for the top with some other ones, but that's number 5. It's Absolutely Live by the Doors from 1970. Okay, we are in the top 5, and then we're going to number 4 here. Another one, Waiting for Columbus by Little Feat from 1977. Well, this is another live album, and it was recorded during 7 performances in 1977 at the Rainbow Theater. It's one of those where they pick out the best ones and everything. And it's another album that's often regarded as one of the greatest live albums of all times. In being relatively new fan of Little Feat, they've been around a long time, but I'm a relatively new fan, 5, 6, 7 years, I don't know, somewhere like that. I instantly had high regards for the album. I picked this up when it was recommended by another content creator in the vinyl community. He says, if you want to hear a really good one, check it out. I checked it out. I really liked it. That's number 4, Waiting for Columbus by Little Feat, 1977. Okay, we are going to number 3. Number 3 is The Beatles, 1967-1970 by The Beatles. This is the 2023 reissue, remastered. of this. I do own both versions of it, but this was the one with 37 new tracks and 6 new mixes, or 37 tracks and 6 new mixes. Really, really good. The red, this is commonly known as the blue album. And they also have the red. I have both versions, the earlier issues and the 2023 remasters. I almost didn't pull the trigger on the 2023 remasters, and then because I thought, well, I already have them. I'm glad I did, because I thought that the remasters were top notch. All right, we're getting ready to go to number 2. This one might surprise people. Number 2, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, 1966. This was another one that a creator recommended, saying if you really want to hear a really good put together album with sounds and so forth, check out Pet Sounds. And I did, and I really liked it. I know it was their 11th studio album. It was produced, arranged, and primarily composed by Brian Wilson himself. Some people call it a solo album, but it wasn't. The Pet Sounds is recognized for its ambitious production, sophisticated harmonic structures, and the coming-of-age themes. It is widely regarded as among the greatest and most influential albums in music history. This is really good. I really like this album. I can go on forever about this album, but there is so much written on it that if you want to learn more in more detail about it, check it out on Wikipedia, because there is a ton of information about this album on Wikipedia. And like I said, I picked it up on a recommendation. So that was number 2, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys from 1966. Well, here we are. Do we have a little drum roll? I know, not very good on the drums there, huh? And here we go. Number 1 that I listened to last year, 2025. The Wall by Pink Floyd. And there's the picture of it. There's no writing on it. That's my original. When the original came out, and I have one of the originals. This was the 11th studio album by the English rock band. The album is a rock opera which follows the story of Pink, a jaded rock star, as he constructs a psychological wall of social isolation. It's a torrent of emotion over issues of abandonment, sudden fame, and isolation. It isn't my personal Pink Floyd favorite, but in 2025, it deserved this spot with things that I listen to. So there we are. There's the top 10 for Bill. If you join in late, I will go out and I'll show you this. I'll run through it real quickly. Again, the top 10. Who's Next by The Who? Thick as a Brick. The Heart of Saturday Night. Demons and Wizards. Kansas. Absolutely Live by the Doors. Waiting for Columbus by Little Feat. The Beatles 6760 is the 2023 edition. Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. And The Wall by Pink Floyd. That was my top 10. Okay, and here we go. We're going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you the way they came out as of last week. Okay, here we go. At the end of last week, I'm trying to get this back up again. Why is it not helping me here? Oh, there we go. When I ended my show last week, this is what we had. We had 64. Oh, no. I already showed you this at the beginning. I wanted to show you the other one, what the final 25 were that I came up with. Okay, so we're going to stop sharing that, and we're going to bring up another one. I made a mistake there. Okay, there it was. This was the after the last week's show, did you saw the first Excel sheet and had all of them? They were all mixed up and everything. And then I worked and I did my final top 25. And this is the way they came out. There's the top 10 that you just saw, and then it goes on 11, 12, 13, up to 25. Down on the bottom of the things that were pulled out in the first show. This was Todd Rundgren, number 11 there. That was close to making it in there. Okay, you got any comments or recommendations? Please put them down there. I will get back with you. I'd love to hear from all of you. And hope you enjoyed this show. This is SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves out there in the vinyl community. Be kind to yourself. Stay safe.